Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I talk about the NWSL, women's soccer, just soccer, only soccer. In this video/podcast, I'll be discussing the SheBelieves Cup match between the US women's national team and Japan's women's national team. The US are coming off of a 2-0 win against Canada, while Japan are coming off of a 1-0 loss to Brazil. The US is off to a good start in the SheBelieves Cup. I really like their performance in the match against Canada. The US came out with a quick and aggressive attack and were able to catch Canada off guard. The US were also connecting in the attack. Chemistry between the midfield and attacking players seemed pretty good too. A quick and aggressive attack has always worked for the US in the past. If we can be aggressive early on in future matches and catch teams off guard before they have a chance to get settled, the US should be able to grab some early goals. It's important to note that when it came to the match against Canada, the Canadian team and players were exhausted from basically battling their own federation, and they weren't really playing like they normally would against the US. That was something a lot of fans noticed. Usually the Canadians will put up a good fight against the US, but yeah, given what they're going through, the mental, emotional, and physical exhaustion is very draining, and unfortunately, it's taking a toll on the players and their performance. When it comes to this match against Japan, this is definitely going to be more of a challenge for the US. While Japan did lose 1-0 to Brazil, both teams were even when it came to possession, and it wasn't until the 72nd minute that Brazil finally scored. Last year in a friendly against England, England was able to win 4-0 against Japan. They probably could have gotten more goals if England could finish, but I digress. Japan's defense and backline is going to be difficult to get through. I saw that in the match against England, England was able to use their speed and pace on the wings to get behind Japan's backline. Not only that, England was also able to pull the backline apart and create gaps in the defense, which allowed for England players to get into the box. Japan's backline is going to try and stay compact and tight, but if the US can open them up and create those gaps, they'll have an easier time getting through. I would probably go with quick players for this one: Trinity Rodman, Mal Swanson, Midge Purce, Roosevelt if she's healthy. I would also go with Sofia Huerta too. Huerta has great services, and the cool thing about her is she can do long services and passes. Those services are pretty spot on. If the attack can get in the box and connect with her crosses and services, we'll be able to grab some goals, if we can finish. I noticed in the match between England and Japan, Chloe Kelly and Lauren Hemp of England were creating a lot of chances like that. Only downside was the lack of finishing. Something the US does need to watch out for, though, is Japan's counterattack. Possession could be split between the US and Japan, and while I can see the US maybe having a little more possession, Japan could still be very dangerous when the US loses possession. The US backline and defense needs to be prepared for that. Japan is a quick team, and the defenders in this match are really needing to mark players and be aware of who's around them. I thought the US's backline did pretty well against Canada. There were a few mistakes here and there, but they seem to be okay. If Naomi Girma is healthy for this match, I can see her keeping up with Japan's attacking players really well. I can also see Emily Fox doing that as well. When it comes to the midfield, I know Vlatko is going to start Lindsey Horan and Andy Sullivan. For this one, we could go double six with Sullivan and Taylor Korniak, which would allow Korniak to get involved in the attack too. I mean, that's how I would do it, but Vlatko could have something else in mind for the midfield. For now, though, I'm just going to leave it at that. Let's get into the lineup for this match. So the lineup, 4-3-3, we have Casey Murphy in the goal. For defenders, Alana Cook, Sofia Huerta, yes, Naomi Girma, and Emily Fox. In the midfield, we have Ashley Sanchez, Lindsey Horan, and Christy Mewis. In the attack, we have Mal Swanson, Lynn Williams, and Alex Morgan. And here are the substitutes. I love this lineup. I'm really happy about Huerta starting in this one. Like I said earlier, her services into the box are usually on point. All the attack needs to do is connect with her services and crosses, and we'll be good. The midfield, wow, I can't believe it. I had to read this over twice. Kristie Mewis is starting. For once, Mewis is getting to start in a national team match. When was the last time Kristie Mewis actually got to start in a match for the national team? Mewis is very aggressive in the midfield and is usually great at driving the attack forward. I'm really looking forward to this match now just because Kristie is finally starting. The biggest question I have for the midfield is, between Sanchez, Horan, and Mewis, which one of you is the 6? Or double 6? I'm really not sure. If I have to guess, maybe Horan is going to be the 6 for this match. Or it could be Kristie. Or they could go double 6. I really don't know. Honestly, I was convinced Sullivan was going to start, but I'm glad Vlatko is resting her. She'll probably be more needed in the match against Brazil. As for the back line, I'm a little iffy with it. Communication between the back line is going to be important. Huerta and Fox, mostly Huerta, needs to get back to the box when it's time to defend. Anyway, I'm excited for this match. Let's get into the first half. All right, so the first half, we are off. Also, I figured out who the 6 is. It's whoever's closest after losing possession. 1 minute, Cook gives it away to Japan. Yeah, this is going to be a long match, huh? Ball in the US box, kick back to Murphy. Ball, kick back to Murphy again. Japan pressing high, US struggling to get out of their box. Japan cross kicked away by Germa. US loses possession. 2 minutes, Williams fouls, Japan ball. Good 1v1 by Horan. 3 minutes, Japan cross, Japan offsides. Cook mistake, pass to Germa, almost intercepted. Germa then sends it over to Huerta. 4 minutes, US making a run. Malcross misses Morgan. I think Horan is the 6. She's sitting back a little lower. Either her or Mewis. 6 minutes, Mewis up to Morgan, headed away. Good recovery by Horan and Cook. 7 minutes, US cuts their run short. Ball in the back line. They're trying to figure something out. Ref blows the whistle to replace the ball, I guess. 8 minutes, Huerta up to Williams, headed away. Japan clears. 9 minutes, Sanchez sends it into the Japan box. Morgan can't make the run too soon. Miscommunication there. Sanchez, Morgan not on the same page. Also, it would have been impossible for Morgan to make that because there was a Japanese player blocking Morgan. 11 minutes, good defending by Germa. Morgan fouled, tripped, US ball. 12 minutes, ball getting replaced again. Really? Germa up for Fox, too much behind it, kicked away. 13 minutes, Williams with the ball, kicked away. Ball up for Williams, kicked away. 14 minutes, Huerta cross, US can't do anything with it. Back to Horan, Horan over to Huerta. Huerta to Williams, Williams crosser attempt, saved. Ball up for Mal, offsides. 15 minutes, Japan on the attack, Fox able to get it away. 16 minutes, Horan cross, blocked, Horan sends it back in, Mal offsides. Fox, who are you marking? 17 minutes, Japan attempt, blocked by Germa's head. It literally just hit Germa in the head. She's okay though. 18 minutes, Japan corner kick, headed away by Morgan. Ball sent back in, caught by Murphy. Huerta to Mewis, Mewis not paying attention, intercepted. Japan on the attack, Japan attempt blocked by Cook. Japan attempt goes wide. I'm sorry, but that was all Mewis's fault. Huerta saw that Mewis was open, and when she passed to her, for some reason, Mewis looked away or turned or went someplace else. 19 minutes, ball up for Mal, offsides. 20 minutes, Sanchez fouls, Japan ball. Japan in the US box, good defending by Huerta. 21 minutes, Japan corner kick, Mal comes away with it. For some reason, she plays it over to Morgan and gets it taken away by Japan. Why didn't Mal just run? Japan attempt goes wide. 22 minutes, Williams to Morgan. Morgan offsides. It's just like the Olympics. And it was clear that she was offsides too. 23 minutes, Sanchez up to Morgan, headed away. 24 minutes, Morgan or Sanchez gives it away. Who were you passing to? Japan making a run, Japan attempt goes wide. Seriously, who were you passing to? It went right back to Japan. 25 minutes, ball in the US box kicked away, Japan cross headed away. 26 minutes, Mal cross goes wide, Williams recovers. Horan cross defended away, Mewes heads it back in, Morgan header attempt, a bit awkward, goes to the keeper. 27 minutes, ball in the US box finally cleared by Murphy. I think we need Andy back. Control in the midfield is non-existent. 29 minutes, Japan through ball kicked away by Cook. Morgan down, got a small knock in the head, or knock behind the head, after being pulled down by a Japanese player. Morgan is coming off for a bit, but she's going to be coming back in. 31 minutes, game starts up again. Japan attempt blocked, Japan offsides. 33 minutes, Japan foul, I guess, US ball. Horan touch, not on the same page as Mal, goes out of play. 35 minutes, Mewes up for a Mal, kicked away, finally something from the US. 36 minutes, US corner kick, Williams attempt blocked, then cleared. Fox sends it in, Williams header goes wide. Ball for Mal, kicked away. 37 minutes, Mewes sends it in, goes wide to Horan, nothing from it. We need to do long services into the box. Ball in the US box cleared. 38 minutes, Huerta fouls, Japan free kick outside the US box. Japan cross saved by Murphy. 39 minutes, Horan down, holding her nose. From the replay, she got hit in the face. Trainers out to check on her, bloody nose maybe. They gave her some gauze. She's coming off, but she's going to be coming back in. They probably just want to clean up the blood. 41 minutes, game starts up again. 42 minutes, good defending by Mewes and Huerta. Japan cross kicked away by Horan. 43 minutes, ball sent into the US box, defended away. Ball towards the US box, good defending by Cook. 44 minutes, Mal on the run, Mal on sides. She better be on sides. Mal scores, US 1-0. Thank God. 45 minutes, Horan up to Mal, Mal making a run. Back cross to Williams or Morgan, can't do anything with it. Slightly awkward. 46 minutes, ball sent into the Japan box, kicked away. 3 minutes of added time. 47 minutes, Cook up to Williams, being to it. 48 minutes, whistle blown, first half ends, US 1-0. Not the best first half from the US, but there were a lot of positives though. The backline and defense looks good. The backline seems to be more aware and composed. Cook looks comfortable in the backline, Gumra as well. Huerta has been doing well too. I honestly didn't feel much anxiety watching the backline in this match. When Japan would get on the ball or be on the attack, I wasn't worried all that much. There were a couple mistakes, but the backline seems to be holding it together really well. As for the midfield, there's almost no control or urgency in the midfield. We need that if we want to create more attacking chances. As for the attack, they look a bit off, but they are getting into the box. Long services into the box would definitely go a long way. Getting Mal and Williams behind Japan's backline would be beneficial. We have the players that can outpace Japan, and we should definitely be more aggressive and urgent with our attack. In the second half, I want to see the US up their pace and really play with some urgency like in the match against Canada. I don't know why we eased up in this match. Anyway, let's get into the second half. Hopefully we can grab a second goal or two. So the second half, we are off. US substitution, Huerta out, Sonnet in. Why? That is the one player who should stay in. 45 minutes, ball in the US box, kicked away. Morgan fouled, US ball. 47 minutes, ball sent into the US box. Murphy kicks it away. Ball up for Williams, being to it by the keeper. 48 minutes, Gurma up for Morgan, taken away. Good defending by Cook. More good defending by Cook. 49 minutes, Horan threw ball to Morgan, collected by the keeper. Japan cross, saved by Murphy. 50th minute, Japan short cross. Japan attempt goes wide. Sonnet, you were supposed to mark that player. Sonnet fouls, Japan free kick outside the US box. Ball sent in, headed away by Horan. Good defending by Williams. 52 minutes, Mao shoved in the back, no foul. 53 minutes, ball sent in, Sanchez attempt goes wide. 54 minutes, we're replacing the ball again. Ball towards the US box, good recovery by Girma. 55 minutes, Williams with the ball taken away. Williams cross, blocked, and cleared. Yeah, way too slow there. 56 minutes, Mao touch to Williams. Williams slips, taken away. 57 minutes, Haran up to Sanchez. Sanchez not paying attention, taken away. Some okay defending from Sonnet. 58 minutes, Japan cross, saved by Murphy. 59 minutes, Cook clears it up, goes back to Japan. There is no pressure from the U.S. in the attack or midfield. None whatsoever. 60th minute, Japan cross, Japan header attempt goes wide. 61 minutes, long ball to the U.S. box, recovered by Fox. 62 minutes, Morgan cross, cleared. 63 minutes, Haran cross, Williams attempt goes wide. How do you miss that? And also, why didn't Williams have support? 64 minutes, U.S. substitutions. Sanchez and Williams out, Sullivan and Rodman in. Okay, good. 65 minutes, Morgan grab, no foul. Japan outside the U.S. box. U.S. wins back possession. Good defending by Girma. 66 minutes, ball in the U.S. box, cleared by Murphy. 67 minutes, run, Rodman, run. Taken away, kick back to the Japan keeper. 68 minutes, Girma gives it away. Sonic gets it back. 69 minutes, Fox up to Haran, out of play, too much behind it. U.S. substitutions, Mal and Morgan out, Rapinoe and Hatch in. Okay, Hatchie, let's go. Get in the box. 71 minutes, good defending by Mewis. 72 minutes, Rodman to Hatch, back to Rodman, out of play. Rodman down, elbowed in the side or back. She's okay, maybe a bit sore. 73 minutes, Pino attempt goes over. At least we did something. At least we made an attempt. 74 minutes, ball towards the U.S. box, kicked away by Girma. Hatch fouled, U.S. ball. Cook, long ball up to Haran, touched up to Hatch, be into it. 76 minutes, ball in the U.S. box, Murphy clears. Ball towards the U.S. box, recovered by Girma. Ball crossed into the U.S. box, kicked away by Murphy. 77 minutes, ball sent into the Japan box by Murphy. Keeper recovers it before Pino. I mean, that was a good kick by Casey Murphy. 78 minutes, Japan through ball, kicked away by Mewis. Japan attempt hits the crossbar. That would have been really bad. Even with Murphy's height and wingspan, she wouldn't have been able to save that. 79 minutes, Japan attempt, poor defending from Sonnet, but solid defending from Girma to clear that. 80th minute, Japan corner kick, headed away. Is the U.S. tired? Why aren't we trying to go for a second goal? Where is the urgency in our attack? Japan cross, Japan attempt, big save by Murphy, Fox clears. 81 minutes, Japan cross goes wide. 82 minutes, ball in the U.S. box, Murphy kicks it away. Rodman making a run, Rodman cross or attempt goes to the keeper. 83 minutes, Japan in the U.S. box, kicked away by Rodman. 84 minutes, U.S. substitution, Haran out, Korniak in. 85 minutes, Japan corner kick, defended away, Sullivan making a run, kick back to the Japan keeper. Japan on the attack, Japan attempt goes wide, guess it deflected. 86 minutes, Japan corner kick, cleared by Sonnets. 87 minutes, Japan attempt blocked, Japan attempt again goes over. I don't get why we couldn't go for a second goal in this half. Like, we had plenty of time to do so. 89 minutes, Japan cross cleared. 4 minutes of added time. 90th minute, Rodman heads it up to Hatch, taken away. 91 minutes, Japan long ball to the U.S. box, headed away by Girma. 92 minutes, Japan attempt, saved by Murphy, catches it on the rebound too. 93 minutes, Japan cross kicked away. 94 minutes, Japan corner kick, short, ball sent in, Sonnet heads it wide. Japan corner kick, short, ball sent in, defended away. U.S. throw-in, then whistle blown, second half ends. U.S. wins 1-0. We won. That's good, but I feel like we could have done more with the attack. We didn't have to just sit back and defend. We didn't have to just let Japan keep coming at us. Why couldn't we keep possession long enough to launch our own counterattack? Hatch, Pino, and Rodman couldn't do anything in the second half because we weren't creating enough attacking chances for them to get forward. I think the backline combined had more touches on the ball than the US attack. A lot of people on Twitter were like, it's Japan, they're good. Yes, they are. Japan was good. They created a lot of attacking chances in the second half. No one is doubting Japan's playing ability. However, when it comes to the US in this match, there was no urgency in the attack. I think that's what people are having an issue with. In fact, other people have pointed out that the US had only 5 shots on goal, the fewest since 2016. If you were to watch the match between England and Japan, there was more urgency in England's attack. There was more control in the midfield. England was aggressive with their attack, and they were able to win 4-0 against Japan. If you were to compare those two matches, England versus Japan and US versus Japan, you would see a big difference in play styles and how England played with more aggression and urgency, which led to more goals for them. Besides that, yes, this was still a good match and a good challenge for the US. There were positives in this match that I really liked. The US's defense and back line was solid, and they honestly looked good. There were a few tense moments, but clearances were good. Reaction time from the defense was also good too. Casey Murphy especially did really well in goal. She had a few big saves and came up big for the US. Solid keeper overall. Anyway, the US is still number 1 in the SheBelieves Cup standings with 6 points, followed by Canada with 3 points after their 2-0 win against Brazil, then Brazil and Japan in the 3rd and 4th spots respectively. The US's final match will be Wednesday, February 22nd against Brazil. That is all I have for you guys today or tonight, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.